Since I have learned so much from you the last couple of days, I thought that it's maybe time for me to tell you a few things about Norwegian Lutheran Mission.
过去这几天我都是跟你们在学很多新的事，那现在由我来告诉你们一些关于那个挪威差会在各地的宣教。
And since I've already talked a lot, I will try to be brief.
因为我已经讲很多话，所以我现在想办法尽量简短。
Norwegian Lutheran Mission was started in 1891.
我们在1891年开始。
And those who got the calling and really started our mission was a group of young women.
当初领受这个呼召，开始这个宣教的是一群年轻的妇女。
Why did they want to start a mission agency?
为什么他们开始一个差会呢？
It was because they got the news from China.
因为他们从中国大陆得到一个信息
that millions of people were dying each year without having known Christ.
每年有上百万的人过世，他们的时候都还没有听说过耶稣基督的信息。
This became such a strong calling for them.
这对他们来说是一个非常强烈的呼召。
So it said we had to send some witnesses to China to tell the people that Jesus loves them.
我们必须差遣一些见证人到中国去，告诉他们耶稣爱他们。
And then, as you know, China was closed for foreigners after the Second World War.
我们知道，在2次大战以后，中国就向外国全部封锁了，变成一个关闭的国家。
And that meant that the Norwegian Lutheran Mission had to find other countries and places to serve.
这些挪威的宣教士也都必须离开到别的地方去侍奉。
And that's when we came to Taiwan, Hong Kong, Macau, and later we have also started ministry in Mongolia and Central Asia and Indonesia.
于是我们就从中国离开到了香港、澳门、台湾，后来我们也到蒙古、日本，还有那个中亚，还有印尼。
Theological education, that's something which is really an aim for us here in Asia.
我们在亚洲主要的目标之一就是神学的教育和训练。
And I'm really looking forward to being able to see the seminary tomorrow here.
我很盼望明天，我很期望明天的事情就是明天我要去参访那个信义神学院。
It's so important for us to study the Word of God.
对我们来说，研读神的话是多么的重要。
Because that's how God reveals Himself to us.
那就是神将他自己显现给我们的途径。
And we need to study carefully, and the seminaries and Bible schools are very good and important places to us.
我们需要很谨慎的去学，所以这些神学院、这些神学教育的地方是非常重要的。
Our second goal is to reach groups that not yet have been reached by the gospel.
我们第二个目标就是去用福音去接触那些福音的未得之民。
And the fact is that there are still millions of people dying every year without having had the chance to listen to the gospel.
这个事实仍旧存在，就每一年有上百万的人，他们离世之前都没有听到这个福音，耶稣基督的福音。
So this is still the main calling for our mission.
这仍旧是我们差会最主要的呼召。
And on this slide, you will see people from Mongolia and Central Asia.
你们等一下会看到那个在中亚还有蒙古的一些人的照片。
And our third goal in Asia is to participate in development work.
在我们第三个目标就是帮助那些在开发中的，援助他们在各方面开发发展。
And now I fear to say anything about that picture behind us.
第一堂的时候，他发觉他在讲的这个有一个。
Because these are doctors from Mongolia.
这是在蒙古的地方，这些都是医生。
And they receive training to become better doctors.
他们在这边接受训练，要变成更好的医生，但是他们是蒙古医生。
So we are involved in health care, in education, in agriculture, and many aspects of development.
所以我们在这个健康方面，在农业方面，在其他
many other aspects of
很多其他的方面的发展。
Let's turn to Africa.
那我们到非洲去看看。
The part of Africa that I know best is the eastern part with Ethiopia, Kenya, and Tanzania.
我最熟的是伊索比亚、坦桑尼亚和肯亚，那是在东非。
As I told you, I was a missionary myself to Kenya.
我自己曾经是到肯亚的宣教士。
From 1997 up to 2005.
1997一直到2005年都在那边。
Together with my beautiful wife and wonderful children.
跟我美丽的妻子和可爱的孩子们都在那边。
We have 3 children.
我有3个孩子。
We are also present at the west coast or on the western part of Africa, Mali and Ivory Coast.
我们在西岸，非洲西岸也有马利，还有那个象牙海岸在那边有施工。
And our goals and the ministry is pretty much the same as in parts of Asia.
我们的目标跟在亚洲的也很相似。
Theological education is also important in Africa, and you see one of our missionaries teaching at the Bible school in Tanzania on this slide.
这边讲到就是说神学教育也是我们很重要的一个目标。这个相片就是我们的一个宣教士在坦桑尼亚的一个圣经大学在教书。
And there are still several unreached people groups in Africa also.
在那边有许多的未得之民。
We want to do church planting.
我们想要做那个植堂建立教会的工作。
And I think I should tell you that in Ethiopia and Tanzania we have some of the greatest churches in the world, Lutheran churches in the world.
其实，在伊索比亚和坦桑尼亚那边是他们的教会最大的，是世界上信义宗教会最大的教会是在那边。
They have more than 6 million members each.
他们每一个国家都超过600万的会众。
So it's really great to see what God has been doing in Africa.
我们看见神在非洲所做的，我们实在觉得非常了不起。
And also in Africa there are so many needs to be dealt with, and one of them is water, as you see on this picture.
在非洲有很多其他的需要，必须要去处理的。像这个上面我们在讲到的是缺水的问题。
We have built water tanks to harvest rainwater, to collect rainwater.
我们做这个水塘是去收集雨水。
And we are also involved together with local partners in many other development projects.
我们跟当地的一些伙伴和机构一起去做很多各种不同的发展开发。
Being a true Christian witness is to witness through words.
真正的基督的见证人是从用话语去见证
and through deeds.
也用行为去见证。
That's why in our ministry the proclamation of the gospel and the social work goes hand in hand.
所以在我们的差会的侍奉里面，我们口传和在那个社会的服务是一起齐头进行的。
So that people should understand that God really cares and loves them.
让人知道神真的爱他们，关心他们。
In South America,
在南美洲、拉丁美洲
we are involved in ministry in Bolivia and Peru.
我们在玻利维亚和秘鲁都有侍奉。
And we are involved with 2 small Lutheran churches.
我们在那边有参与2个小的信义宗的教会。
And some of the goals we have is that we want them to grow and we want to develop good leaders in the church.
我们的目标是让他们能够更加的成长，复兴，然后有更好的领袖。
And then you will see that we have more or less the same goals for our work in South America as in Asia and Africa.
我们看见这个我们在南美洲目标也跟亚洲以及非洲很接近。
And I've been really pleased to hear that you have also contributed to our ministry in Peru.
我听说你们就中国信义会也有参与，就是说在秘鲁的侍奉上有所贡献。
Some groups in this church have contributed to our seminary in Arequipa, Peru.
OK，那个我们 中间有人特别在秘鲁一个城市的神学院做过奉献。
And I really hope that we can continue to work as partners in order to reach out to the world.
我希望我们能够更加的能够在这一个接触整个世界的侍奉上面，能够成为伙伴。
And that's some of the things that I've been discussing with the leaders of this church during my days here.
就是这几天我在这边跟总会的许多同工们一起谈的时候，我们就在谈这个伙伴的侍奉。
Finally, let's turn to Norway.
最后，我们来看看在挪威。
The population of Norway is slightly more than 5 million people.
挪威的人口只有稍微比500万多一点。
So it's less than in this city.
事实上，还比我们整个这个大台北的那个人口少。
It's a small country, really.
是一个小国家。
And the statistics tell us that there are 90% Christians among Norwegian population.
统计上说，有90%都是基督徒。
And as we know, statistics can often tell you a lie.
但是我们知道，统计数字通常是说谎嘛。
Because not many of these people are attending church.
这些人很少是参加教会。
And not many of them have a Christian confession.
很少的人是真正能够承认他的信仰。
They are Christians by name.
他们名义上挂名是基督徒。
But many of them are not born again Christians.
他们里面很多都没有重生。
So please, we need your prayer as well.
所以我们也需要你们的祷告。
Because today, so many people in Norway turn away from God.
在今天我们看见，在挪威很多人离开神。
Then you can see the statistics: 2,300 mission fellowships.
你看见我们这个差会在挪威有2300个宣教小组或宣教团体。
Some of these fellowships are great and they have hundreds of members.
有一些很大，有着上百人。
And some of them are very small, like 5 to 10 members.
有一些只有5到10个人。
They are all important fellowships of Christians.
他们都是基督徒很重要的小组的团体。
Who come together to preach and pray and worship God.
他们聚会一起祷告，去那个讲道，然后敬拜神。
And also give their offerings to our mission.
并且奉献金钱为这宣教的工作。
And then we have many schools, kindergartens, and youth centers.
我们很多学校、幼稚园还有青年活动中心。
And we are also publishing some books and airing some radio programs throughout Norway.
也有出版社以及广播的事工。
And through it all, we want to reach the world for Christ.
借着这一切，我们的目标就是为整个世界归主。
And our prayer is that all that we are doing can point towards Christ and His peace.
我们希望我们所有做的都能够指向耶稣基督以及他所赐的平安。
Thank you very much for listening to me.
谢谢大家。